When you join, you share, guys. If you join the live, share for others to join. Who is calling me that they freeze there? The on Flix. Daddy Freaks is a white man. I'm not a white man. It's been long. Oh, I forgot to write the title. Lorita, I see you. Thank you so much. Ola BC. Okay, I see you. Okay. Agnes, I see you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I want us, when we are 100 people, then we can continue. I want us to talk about Erasmus Mundus today because yeah, somebody said that the freeze is doing like this. I'm a junior that the freeze. Once we are maybe 75 or 100, then we can start. There are some things I want to talk about Erasmus Mundus, and I think we should discuss about that because it's something very important to those who want to apply for scholarships ahead. Please share the video and like the video if you can. Thank you so much. Yeah, I am Junior Daddy Freeze. Ray, you say I'm your boy. I'm good, sir. Oh, some people are watching from Cameroon as well. Patience is watching from Cameroon. Patience, I cite you. Welcome and thank you so much. Chisom says, I love what you are doing. Thank you so much, Chisom. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Maya says that the freeze is a Nigerian. Yeah, I know that the freeze very well. I know him very well. Somebody stole my quote. He says, Rere says the last blood in our veins. Somebody watching me. If you've been watching me, then you should know the meaning of that. That's good. Yeah. Because you have to chase everything with the last blood in your veins, you know. It's important. If you don't do like that, it's going to be, life is hard already. So the best way to go about it is to go harder. That's just the truth. Yeah. Okay, guys. Please share the video. I have some things I want to talk about Erasmus Mundus. I think we are going to talk about that while waiting for others to join us. Fayo. Oh, Fayo. I see you. Many of you on here already have visas to move to Europe. What are people still doing over there? Queen, thank you. Thank you. I see you. Can you people hear me well? I don't know if my stuff are connected. If you can hear me well, please let me know. Abdullah Amin. Oh, from Pakistan. Okay. Abdullah, thank you so much. How is Islamabad today? I have a Pakistani friend in my school. I used to have so many of them in Turkey when I was in Turkey. So I'm trying to find out what I have today. Let me see. So we have to talk about it. There is a lot going on. Those of you who applied for visas, I hope you are getting results. Marie, I see you. Okay, Favor says we can hear you. Very new. That should be Cameroon. That should be in So. I think so. Victor, hello. Junior Daddy Freeze is greeting you. Okay. Aqua says, please, Daddy of Europe, aside scholarship, please can you throw more light on Netherlands, especially Wittenberg University? Is it a good one? Okay, I think a net language school in Slovakia, Daddy Freeze. Language school, you want to study Slovak? The questions are many. We will not be able to charge them all today because I may not have all the time. I have just 1 hour here to go. So by 3:30 Dutch time, I should be leaving. Okay. Let me see what is happening here. Yeah, Wittenberg. Let me see. Is it Wittenberg or Wittenberg? I don't even understand what is it like. Wittenberg, I think Wittenberg is more into social sciences. No, business administration, master's in business administration, business courses. Yeah, that school is more of business courses. So if you really want to study something business, I'm going to talk about all these things in subsequent videos, but for today, we will go one by one. Maybe I will just look for the comments later, then we'll talk about them in other videos. Catherine, I see you. How are you doing? Hope you're good. Yeah, Erasmus, we are talking about it very soon. I just want more people to join. But if they don't join, we are going to proceed because I'm also working on time. Oh, Cloud Music. Thank you for coming. He says, what is EMS? It's Erasmus Mundus Scholarship. I guess you saw this from my Facebook page, right? Jerry, I love you too, bro. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. How is Niger? I was in Niger last year, August. Niger, I passed through a lot of places. At Jegule, when I was going to Benin. The other place, they call it what? Is it Masa or is it Maitu? Maitu and Masa, somewhere like that. It was a terrible journey, an experience, but again, Africa, it is what it is. There is a travel agency that takes people from Lagos to ICOM. ICOM is the border from Nigeria to Cameroon. It's closer to Ikok. That travel agency is Cross Rivers? Is it Cross River or something? Yeah, I used to hear of Ajegule in music, but I actually saw it. That place is not an easy place. I doubt if people live there. Do people live there? It looks like somewhere abandoned. Yeah, that place is Cross Rivers. I think it's Cross Rivers. Is it Cross Country? I think it's Cross Country Express or agency, something like that. I don't remember very well. Yeah. Masa also in Lagos. Yeah, that was where I took the bus back to ICOM. No, I'm just joking. I'm not insulting any place. We all came from the slums, you know. Yeah, I understand. Life begins with a step. You understand? But I just saw people living around. I was just surprised. I never knew a place like that exists. I've never seen it in my life before. Not like Cameroon is good. It's very bad. But again, people living there, they are strong. I must tell you. If you see somebody who come from Ajegule or who grew up in that place, I don't know how it is in the inside. Yeah, but again, I think people from there are strong people. Yeah. Okay. So it is what it is. Let's keep pushing and bringing out material so others can utilize, right? That's the goal. Yeah, let's talk about, somebody talked about scholarship. I don't think I'm very good, sorry, CV. If it's for study purpose, it is for scholarship purpose, then I can look at it. But anything apart of that, I may not be the right person to check. Chidima Lorita, my lecture is starting October. My school housing has finished, and I've been looking for housing in Leiden. Oh, and I'm afraid of scammers. Please, Milton, can you help me with authentic sites for housing? The truth is that housing in the Netherlands is getting complicated. Yeah, we have housing crisis here. So this is what I told the others. Some people who came to me for mentorship. Many of you guys. I also have 3 students coming from Nigeria. No, two from Nigeria, one from Ghana, and 2 from Cameroon. They are coming this September, and none of them haven't gotten accommodation. I was even talking to my landlord. He's gone for vacation, but he said he doesn't have apartments anymore. Yeah, even people who graduated from nearby universities, they are looking of moving to other places like Amsterdam and Rotterdam, but they cannot go because they are still looking for accommodation there and they cannot find it. So, Loretta, what you are going to do is, first thing first, I think if you've already gotten your visa or you are going to get it before September, because lectures begin September 1st in most schools, maybe yours, you should look for a hostel. This thing I'm telling you is what I use. That was what I did. You can look for a hostel, then pay for like 10 to 15 days in that hostel. I hope you find cheap ones. Mine was 30 euros per night. But know that you can only shower, you can only use the toilet, and you cannot cook anything. Then when you come there, the hostel will definitely be like a dormitory school beds, right? The beds inside, you know how they look like. So when you are there, maybe you can walk around, you can look around your campus. Then you may also find some other students who are also looking for accommodation, and then you guys can maybe pair up, and why not take an apartment together? It's definitely going to be difficult, but this was what I did. And yeah, you will not be there alone. There will be European students as well. I have a friend in Leiden, but I don't know if she left already. I'm going to talk to her to see. I don't think I even have her number again. I will try to write her to see if she is still there to verify how the situation is and stuff like that. Yeah, we were in Benin last year together for visa application. So she's also here. Okay, let's go to Erasmus Mundus. I'm going to look at the questions later on. Then tomorrow we talk about the other details. Yeah, tomorrow we have 1 hour again. We can answer all the questions tomorrow. Somebody asked an important question today about Erasmus Mundus. And this is the question. The person said, and I think it's important for me to answer this. The person said, "Hello, Milton, how are you doing? I want to apply for Erasmus Mundus scholarship. I understand it is a joint scholarship and it's fully funded, and I think I do not have the money to pay for tuition fee, and I want to capitalize on this. Is it a good scholarship? And also, can I use my second class lower degree and apply?" Esther, this question came from you. I saw it, I think, on Facebook. So, yes, let's talk about this. First thing first, the scholarship Esther is asking about is a good scholarship. Yeah, it is a good scholarship. And if you are looking for scholarship opportunities, especially Erasmus, you should know that if you win an Erasmus, like if you win the scholarship, you are going to be sponsored. Okay, you can be sponsored, and also everything, accommodation, flight tickets, living allowances, and of course, what again? Internship fees. In case you want to go to any country to do internship, you would get the money from the board of directors, or let me say, the scholarship team. They have a name. What's the name again? Is it a committee? Something like that. Remember, Erasmus is a joint scholarship, which means that if you apply for one program, you are going to study in Austria, Denmark, Greece, UK, Netherlands, maybe even Poland. It depends. So first thing first, when you go to the catalog, make sure you check the countries, the hosting universities, they call them the host nations. Okay, you are either going to find 2, 3, or 4 different universities that are, yes, guys, I'm going to check everything later, then to see. I think someone gave me, what is that? Is it a star or something? You guys can always check on the comment section, and maybe you can support with anything you want. It's fine. So first thing first, Erasmus, you are going to study in 2, 3, or 4 different countries. I think it should be maximum 4. Then you have to be moving from one country to the next. This semester you may be in Germany. The next semester you may be in Belgium. The other semester you can be in maybe Sweden. Or the next semester you can be going maybe to Slovakia or Slovenia. It depends. So before you apply for any program in the catalog, verify the hosting universities. And please, I did a video before and I said, you shouldn't apply for, like, if you are trying to do Erasmus, you should check universities in Portugal and universities in Austria. Be careful when doing the application for these institutions, because even though you are applying for joint programs or you are applying for a scholarship which is like a joint scholarship, the other schools may be in Denmark and Sweden, which will not need legalization. But for this other school in Portugal and Austria, they might complicate your application. So I would suggest, if you are applying for any program which is linked to any university in Denmark or any higher education institution in Austria, make sure your documents are legalized. I am talking from experience. I've done Erasmus before, but my grade, well, I already had a master's degree. So it looks like they were trying to favor those who are still not degree holders. You understand? Because Erasmus is for master's students. So if you already have a master's, it means there are still some people who still don't have a bachelor's degree. Sorry, a master's degree. So they are trying to give them priority, like give them opportunities to get it. So, and again, my CGPA for my bachelor's was not the best. So I totally understand. Now, to those of you in second class, lower, and third class degrees, if you ask my opinion, I will tell you apply for the scholarship, and also do not put your eggs only on the scholarship. Open your tentacles. Now, why am I saying this? Is it difficult to win a scholarship? No, it is not difficult, but now it is so competitive. Now, another thing you should note is that when applying for scholarship, note that you are not applying alone. Nigeria is a country of 200 million people, even more. I don't know the current population. Maybe someone can tell me below. Then other countries like India, Pakistan, Indonesia. Lady D, good afternoon. 220. Oh, Lady D, I think it's the Lady D I know. Anyways, so you are competing with people from Nigeria, Pakistan, India, all these Asian countries, even from China, Chinese students, you are competing with them. You are competing, I'm talking about the top countries in terms of population. Now you are also competing with people from other African nations. Now, put all things together and ask yourself, if I'm applying for an Erasmus program, and most times Erasmus programs, like maybe if you go to the catalog, you're going to see like 197 different programs. If you study anything in school, you have a program on the catalog. You might not find direct, let's say you study physics, right? You studied chemistry, you studied biology, maybe you studied literature or bilingual letters, or maybe something like geology. You go to the catalog, you are not going to see direct geology, bilingual letters, economics. No. You may find something like, for example, those who studied chemistry, you may see something like molecular chemistry and biophysics. Yeah. Now, you may go there. If you are an economics student, you may find something like macroeconomics and principles of something like that. Then those who did something like physics, you may find something like mechatronics and principles of physics, stuff like that. It's always like that. That's the way the programs are on the catalog. Now, one very important thing you should know, they will always ask you requirements. They will always tell you these are the requirements you have to use to apply for this program. Now, the first thing you need to know, Oh, you need to check. Oh, Roger, I see you. Farm inspiration. Thank you so much for joining, bro. If you go to the catalog, JC, I see you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I see the flower. Thank you so much. If you go to the catalog, after citing the programs, because like I said, if you studied anything during your bachelor's degree, you should definitely find a program on the catalog for Erasmus scholarship. Remember, the most important thing is that you are going to be paid everything. Imagine they are paying you to study abroad. Most of us didn't have this opportunity, though we tried and tried and tried, but we didn't give up. I did how many scholarships for PhD in US? I did 5. I got rejected. I applied to Purdue University, and at the end of the day, I had to go and take IELTS, which I later got a rejection. Because I asked the coordinator of the program, I was applying for earth science and I think surface geology or something like that. Then she told me that we were 205 and they selected just 7 students for the PhD because they cannot take you for PhD. This is a different something on its own. I'm going to talk about this later on. Okay, because many students, I noticed that many of us do not know how grad school funding works and stuff like that. I have done it. I will share it with you guys later on. So I applied to the University of Buffalo. There is this girl, there is a Nigerian on Facebook. She is in one of these universities. Christine, her name is what? Is it Christine? Is it Christine or Kechuku? Something like that. She's in US. She studies in US. She's doing something. What is that? Is it social, women and gender or something like that? I don't remember. Hello, Dorcas. I see you. Thank you so much. Chijoke. I think I know this person. Thank you guys so much for joining. Doris, I cite you. Thank you. So if you are applying to the US, know that it's competitive. Scholarship is very competitive, and the documentation, the way you structure them, you need to put in a lot of energy if you really need to win a scholarship. Now, talking about the scholarship section, I will not say this is in case you do not, because I am somebody, I always think far. I don't focus on present. I always look ahead. Okay, what is going to happen in 2 months, in 3 months, in 4 months, in 1 year, 2 years? So what helped me was that when I applied for this scholarship, I didn't actually put my ex only on the scholarship. I was also actively raising money, doing things, racing, doing so many odd jobs to save money in case anything happens. And that was exactly what happened. So while doing scholarships, you should also be saving in case anything goes wrong. You use your own savings and then find your way. Because trust me, staying back home was not a necessity for me because I had the qualifications, but I can say I was being exploited because I was being paid like working things that even people with high school qualifications cannot do. But again, it was a stepping stone you get. So while applying, also be looking for other things that can earn you money. So at the end of the day, you can put in all these figures together and find a way and jackpot. It's very essential because looking at the way it is going now, especially for Cameroon and Nigeria, I don't think there is prospect in the next 7 or 8 years again. You guys already know what I'm talking about. I don't need to go ahead with this. So I applied to Resendler Polytechnic in New York. I applied for a program. We were about 170 and they selected 5 for PhD. I applied to the University of Purdue University. I think the campus is in I can't remember the campus. Is it North Lafayette, something like that? And we were about 205 and they took just 7. I applied to Michigan technical, is it technical or technological university, something like that. I didn't even know what was the outcome. I never received any email. Then I applied to the University of South Carolina and I got a rejection. I applied to University of Florida. I didn't still get anything. Then there is one university, I think Marquette University. I still didn't get anything. That period, I was so depressed. Trust me, because you know why I was depressed? I was not depressed because I was rejected, because I'm used to rejections, by the way. If you are already seeing things, nothing will be strange to you again. So I was depressed because of the time I input into those applications. I want to tell you, scholarship is not something, if you're not strong, don't do it because you are going to feel stressed out and burn out. This is a fact I'm telling you. Because I used to think I was strong, but I could feel my body not moving again. So that was how I decided to switch sides immediately. And then, oh la la, I'm live. Oh. Okay, tell her to hold on. Let me finish. I'm live. I'll be back in 45 minutes. Thank you so much. So, guys, sorry for the disturbance. Um, yeah, what was I even saying? So, what I'm trying to say here is if you are applying for opportunities that you know it's free, understand that it's going to be competitive, very, very competitive. And they don't want to give their money to somebody they cannot benefit from. This is, what is this? They don't want to give their money to somebody they cannot benefit from. They will definitely want to pay only somebody they can trust with their money. Let me tell you guys a secret so I can motivate you because I'm here to motivate people. While I'm motivating you, also be listening to the things I'm sharing and also take the important ones and also do your own research because my aim is that you should try to do it yourself. If you cannot do it yourself, then that is when you should contact the services of somebody you trust and please pay people to do your applications. Pay people to fill in your details. Don't give people millions at the end of the day that they are doing visa for you because the same things they are doing for the visa, they are the same things you can do. Though you cannot do them, let them fill it for you. You pay them. If they charge you hundreds of thousands, fine, but don't give them the millions because if you are taking 4 million to give to somebody, right? Let's look at it logically. Let's say you are applying for a school in maybe, let me use a country that you can use proof of funds, Lithuania, for example. And then you do not know how to do admissions. Let's say you pay somebody, right? Maybe 300K, 400K or something to get it for you. This is just an example. Now, when they get it for you, if you can fill your own visa yourself, then you get their visa documents, right? Yeah. Yeah, Daisy, it's draining. It's draining. I understand. It's so draining. I've done it and I know what I'm telling you about. I did 13 applications before I came to the Netherlands, excluding the scholarships. I was rejected in France, rejected for Denmark. Denmark was more painful because I paid more application fee for University of Aalborg and University of Roskilde. Then a university rejected me in France. Another one, University of Nice, rejected me. Then I also got two rejections in Italy, one acceptance. It came after the acceptance for Netherlands, but I didn't go to Italy because I was looking, of course, looking for a higher valued country, right? Yeah, so then Canada gave me two, and the other universities rejected me, but I saw the dangers. Canada was behaving somehow, so I decided to drop the Canada applications. Though after paying them some money, because of course you need to know that to secure admissions for Canada, you need to give them deposits and stuff like that. That was when they started all these their complications. So I was now thinking because I myself funding myself, not knowing where I'm going to get bank statement with those huge amounts of money was a concern to me. And figuring all those things, if you pay somebody and later on they give you fake something, or maybe later on the visa is rejected, what happens and stuff like that. I put all those monies together and I realized that if at the end of the day I get a rejection, it means I'm going to lose close to 2 million, which I didn't want to risk it. So I was looking for something, yeah, at least let me use my own money that can be feasible for me. And that was what happened. So yeah, Jerry is saying that he's been applying since 2022. Jerry, I think there is something wrong somewhere. You should try other countries. Italy is damn complicated now. Yeah. I did mine in 2024, right? Last year. I moved last year, which means they accepted me last year. And I didn't accept. In fact, they took me and I didn't accept the offer because by then I had this offer for Netherlands. So I was struggling to see how I can put funds together to pay to my institution. So I did not accept the offer. But I have people who applied this year with 3 GPAs and above, they got rejected. The same university, the same program, but I used a lower GPA and they gave me last year. So you see, things are getting complicated, admissions are getting competitive, but I would say that's what I was talking to somebody yesterday. I said, open your tentacles. If it means applying to many schools as you can, yeah, do it. And the only problem might be application fee or language exams. But I think at some stage, you need to sit down and reevaluate yourself and say, okay, now things are not going the way I want. Let me re-strategize. I don't mind spending money to get myself better because, of course, yeah, sometimes when you spend money on yourself, it's the best thing you can do because there are so many things you are going to understand automatically when you go to school rather than. That's why I was talking to my junior sister the other day. I said, you stop school and refuse to go to school. Now, if you want to go, let me know. But again, I would love you to go back because trust me, education is very important. Now, let's come back to the topic. Scholarships is something, if you are doing it, first, let me tell you another secret. Another document which is very important during scholarship application is what we call motivation letter. Yeah, guys, I'm going to, no, Lillian, don't go to Russia, Don't go to Russia. You are going to waste your resources. You are going to waste your money. I have people in Russia who are telling me they want to come back, right? They are looking, some of them are looking for ways to move to Europe. Some are looking for ways to move to the Netherlands. Some are looking for ways to go back home. Yeah, I would not like you to waste your time. Don't waste your money because, you know, some people do not know this. This was the mistake I did in 2015 when I moved to North Cyprus. But again, by then I didn't know anything. An agent twist the story like this, and after suffering a lot in North Cyprus, that was when my brain opened up. There are some countries that are not in Europe, and Russia is one, you know already. Yeah, many people do not know this. Don't go to any country which is not in the Schengen zone, it's not in the European Union, because if you go to Russia, for example, now these people are facing difficulties because they cannot move from Russia to maybe another country. But if they were in maybe in a country like maybe Slovakia or Slovenia, right, and it's getting difficult for them, they might decide to move to Germany. Because they are Schengen countries, they can just buy a train ticket or a plane ticket and they are moving, right? Because I'm sitting here like my residence permit can take me to 28 different countries. If I want to go to Belgium tomorrow, Germany, I will just pay my train ticket using my phone. And before you know, next tomorrow I'm in Germany. Nobody is going to disturb me once I show them my residence card. So these are some of the advantages. And again, you will have to start applying for visas again, applying. That's why I keep telling people that when you are moving abroad, before you go to a particular country, ask yourself, yeah, I think Slovakia is a bit better. If you want to go to Slovakia or Bulgaria, I would rather prefer you go to Slovakia because, of course, Slovakia looks a bit, I don't know which one is bigger, but I think it's more better than Bulgaria because Bulgaria recently joined the EU, the Schengen zone, but Slovakia was there already, right? Who came first is more better. You understand? So I prefer that. Yeah. Then again, another thing is, if you are moving abroad, always ask yourself, what is my end result? What do I want? Ask yourself, I'm going to this place because of what? Yeah, some of us, we didn't, if I wanted to remain in Cameroon and maybe I won't be like, I was not broke in Cameroon because if I can feed myself, I can clothe myself, I can pay my bills, then I'm not broke. It must not mean that I must have millions. For me, that is, if I can do these three things, I'm not broke. Or maybe help somebody feed his own mouth, then I'm not broke. So I wasn't broke in Cameroon. But again, thinking about the other things, looking at myself, looking at my qualifications, looking at my education, looking at the things happening in the economy, it was making me sick. So I decided that, okay, maybe let me try from elsewhere and stuff like that. That was why I invested my money. So you have to think about this and think about the future because now if you can fit now, and what if something happens and you lose the whole money and you cannot fit again? Now let's come back to Erasmus because that's the topic here. For the other questions, I will take a look at them later. Then we talk about them tomorrow and subsequently in other videos. Now, if you look at the competition now, I was looking at those who were accepted this year for Erasmus scholarship, and many of them, they were people with GPAs of 3 and above. Now, if you look at these people with 3 GPAs and above, Some of them got papers, research papers they've written, right? They have papers they've published. Some of them have like 2 or 3 internship they've done. Then some of them have done volunteer opportunities. Those of you following me on Facebook, you saw my information on FIFA volunteer options, right? Program, the World Cup thing. I did it already. Now, if you look at that, you will understand that. Now, if you're applying for a program, let's say there is a program which is open from September, October, and you apply for that particular program. Now, if you're applying for that program, let's say your GPA is maybe 2.8 on 4, then you have 1 year experience at work. You do not own a company. Maybe you don't have a business you've started. And also, you haven't done any volunteer program. And you are competing. Let's say they are looking for 25 people because Erasmus maximum they take is 22, 25. Those are the people they fund for free. There are always some programs that will give extra room for people who do not have, for people who can pay their fees. That is to say, when they take their 22 or 25 people per program, it depends on them. Then they will also give room to some other people that want to pay fees for the program. Now, then with those people, they can take like maybe 5 or 10. It depends on the committee. Now, if you check these people that wins this scholarship, the alumni, you will realize that at least it's either their GPA is above 2.99, which is 3, or they have a paper in their name, they are actively in research, or they are at least doing some research, or they have some research experience. When I say research experience, I'm talking about something which is related to the program you are taking. Okay. If you are thinking of doing anything related to chemistry or physics, you should try to do internships in those particular fields. Maybe locate laboratories. You get locate laboratories, locate companies that work in that area, or look at what you've done, what you've did in your final year project or research. You go deeper into it. Volunteer to work for free. Most of us we do not want to do things for free. Yeah, I understand because that's the mentality. We were not exposed to all of this. We were not exposed to internships. We were not exposed to volunteer. I don't even know what is happening. I don't even know what is happening. What happened to the internet? My connection is misbehaving, guys. It's misbehaving. Oops. My connection is misbehaving.